async. What a drug that is. Holy. I
Well,
love being the con and
uh-huh.
making deals with everyone because I am a deal maker, okay? At heart. I am the devil. True.
So, like, you had me at Twilight. I am a Twihard, yes. Don't hate. Don't hate the
You play
player.
Twilight? Holy.
No,
Oh
I've
my
never
god. Go ahead.
played Twilight. I don't know this Twilight Imperial. What did you say? What is it called?
Twilight. Oh, it's Twilight Imperium.
Yeah, like that sounds amazing. But yeah, if it's got Edward and Jacob in it, I'm
No, not
definitely
Twilight. The saga.
I'm in. All
Completely
right.
different.
All
If
right.
Gary's gonna be here, he owes me a League of Legends debate. What the fuck? We should get that. That sounds fire as fuck.
Nice. I've tried. I saw the whole like Space Gods, the Team Fight Tactics, TFT, which is like a offshoot of League of Legends. And I tried so hard. I tried so hard to
Hmm.
make sense of that. And it's not for me. It's kind of hard to understand.
Hmm.
But yeah, so that's it. We are having a kind of call-in debatey kind of thing. I'll post our sign-up sheet for debate night. We are going to officially start our fall tournament next Saturday, August
True.
29th. Mm.
True. True. Ugh. Are we live?
Yeah, we're there.
All right. Welcome everyone to debate night. This will be a little slow one. Apologies. I am sick and I just got off a debate thing for like an hour and a half. Holy. But yeah, let's
That's
do
good.
some call-ins. I think you had a topic you wanted to do.
Yeah, well, for those of you who don't know, I live in the UK. I'm a permanent resident there. It's my home now. But I am from Charlotte, North Carolina, and I have just now come back into the country after 3 years. I had a baby. Shit was rough, and so I couldn't get back home for quite a bit. So now I'm back after 3 years, and it's balls. America is the worst. Like, what is happening here? Everything's expensive. Like, there are no third spaces. Like, it's challenging being here. So I'm kind of like, oh my God, my poor babies. All of you guys have to deal with this 24/7. So I'm kind of
Bro,
like, all right. Huxley said, America's slander will not be tolerated. Hey, I'm just saying, I know we can be better, and I want us to be better. And that's what digital ground game is all about. We are trying to door knock. We have canvassing houses. We are phone banking. We're doing everything we can so we can get Dems in office because this ain't it, folks. This ain't it.
bro.
So I am absolutely ready to throw the gauntlet down that the UK, my friends, is better than the US. And I'm willing to be uh
True. So if you say that
yeah.
that's some American slander, you have some recourse because she's willing to argue about
Yeah.
that. So
Let me know
come
how
on
I'm
up.
wrong. Prove me wrong. All right.
Prove me wrong. True.
And yeah, or if you have any
You
other
right click.
thoughts.
I think if you click on or right click on yourself, you can. Who wants to do this? I can just do it for you. Invite to speak, and then you
There
accept
we
that.
go.
Okay,
And
hello. People can
hello,
hear me
hello.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the
Hi.
reason that the America's better than the UK is because the UK's weather is pretty lame, and the
True.
UK has
False.
lame food. My
False.
family, they love British food and like Irish like inspired dishes, that you put like in the crock pot and stuff.
Mhm.
And I hate it. I don't like it. I'm in Southern California, and my favorite food is Mexican food. There's so many spices in it. I love spicy hot chips, uh, beans, rice, tacos, limes, all that stuff. You don't get that in the UK, and that's why the UK sucks.
Right.
First of
Sophie, what do you have
all,
to say to that?
false, false, and false. The weather is amazing. It can be a little shitty around London, but where I live up north in Wales, like there's depressions, there's coastline, there's all kind of areas. So where I live actually is like east of England. And it's equivalent weather to where I'm from in Charlotte. It's temperate, you can get off for seasons, sometimes in one day, but it's lovely. I mean, I can't say the weather has been an issue for me. And then the food. What is England's national dish? And oh my gosh, Catboy can't hear anything. Is that a universal thing? Can we get some
I
W's
think it
in
was
the
just him.
chat if we're heard? He said, "Oh no." Okay. All right, Destiny's Catboy fact checker. Don't know what's going on with your stuff. But yeah, Walter Shitty's cool, Union's cool. So okay, yeah, yeah, that's I'm just stating my case. The national dish of England is is a curry. It's an Indian dish. And so like the fact that there's so much diversity there in the food and also in the people, it's a beautiful thing. The food's amazing. But even if you just look at British food, what are you finding wrong with like shepherd's pie and fish and chips and spotted dick and all the wonderful
Everything,
dishes?
everything that's wrong with it. There's no flavor, and also that their national dish isn't even something from their area. It's from some other area. That's how bad their food is. They can't even come up with their own food ideas. They have to just steal from everywhere else.
Well, I think it's
Ooh,
actually a beautiful
imperialism.
thing. Sorry, go ahead.
Exactly. Exactly. If the food was so good, why did Americans create America?
Why did
Hmm.
Americans create America? Well, the British
Yeah, if
created
the food was so
America,
good.
so you gotta chalk that one up to the
Checkmate.
Brits as well. Everything good about
The
America came
British
from
hated
England.
British food too. That's why. Okay, so they did the whole. If the food was so good on its own, why was there the whole? Uh, was it
The
the
spice trade.
India spice? Yeah, the spice trade.
Well, then you how are you gonna have it both ways? That suddenly they were out here trying to get all these spices, but they don't use spices and their food's bland. And okay, that's how are you gonna have it
Well,
both
it's
ways?
not their food, right? I mean,
Yeah. So what's the problem
like
then with
they're
them
using.
assimilating another country's dish? Isn't that a testament to how great England is that they can actually be a true melting pot, unlike the tossed salad bullshit we have here?
America's not a melting pot.
Not at all. Not at all. We're very siloed culturally, racially, in religion, in hair care, in where we go to eat, where we go to club, where we go to party, where we go to get food. Like literally everything is incredibly siloed in America. That is not the case in England. You can literally have a like kebab shop right next to a fish and chip shop, right next to like a funeral home. It's weird. But it's
I mean, you
yeah,
can
it's
have
beautiful
that in
there.
like any American city too, right? I mean,
Not at all.
there's just
The
like
zoning doesn't
places.
allow for it, first of all. And once you get past the chains, like what are you thinking? Like Taco Bell versus Olive Garden? No, it's not really a deeper level of diversity and cultural, again, like assimilation than what you would see in England for sure.
I don't actually know that much about England.
Yeah,
Wait,
well then,
there's something that always confuses me: the difference between England, the UK, and Britain. Like, I never, just I don't know. It's so confusing.
well, I would say any of it. Like the England is the country. Britain is England and Wales and Northern Ireland, I believe, and then the United Kingdom is also Scotland. No, Britain is Scotland, Wales, and England, and the United Kingdom is all of those plus Northern Ireland.
True.
So any of those, pick
Wait,
pick
what?
any
Wait,
set of
what?
countries,
Good.
and they're all
I still
better than
think
the
the weather.
United States.
Uh, I still think the weather here is better.
But where?
At least,
Where? It's too hot in the
I guess it's
south.
so big. I guess
It's
it's
too
so
cold up
big. I
north.
don't know. I live in California. It's pretty good here.
Yeah, but the
The weather's great
California is
here.
not America, sir. And if you look at the fact that, or excuse me, ma'am, and then if you look at the fact that there's also like the same ability to have the cooler temperates if you go northern in the UK, and then if you go to literally any of the colonies in that England has, you
In
can
Colonies, you
have
America,
say?
you can
Really?
have
Colonies,
literally
you
any
say?
any any temperature you want. You can go to Barbados or the Caribbean. You can go to
Hmm.
places in India,
Interesting.
in Africa,
okay.
Jamaica,
Counterpoint is that
Australia.
I've never seen a photo of a happy British person.
I've got
True.
plenty. I'm married to one. He's amazing. I'll show you as many as you want.
Hey, yo. Anything else?
Yeah, anything else?
Um, uh,
You mentioned weather and food. Anything else you feel that the US is superior on, so I can
the
shut that
accents.
right
We
down.
have we have we have better,
True.
cooler accents.
Their accents are fake. Listen to them sing. They don't have an
Yes,
accent.
yes, British
They're all
people.
faking it.
Actually, oh, this is a cool fact I learned. I don't know if it's true, but I learned it, so it is true.
Pretend like it is. Say it like it is. Go
Yes,
ahead.
for this debate, it's true. Um, is that the, American accent is closer to the original, accent that was in
Ooh.
Europe
Mhm.
people think that, people in, uh, Britain or England, they think that they, kept the accent and American accent diverged, but actually that's not true. Americans kept the accent and the British accent diverged. So we really have
Mm,
the true original accent, we kept that.
Well,
true.
I mean, you're saying the British accent when there are so many. I mean, you have Welsh, you have Scottish, you have Irish, and then just within England proper, you have Scousers, you have Cockney, you have Northern. It's so many. So I think the fact that we're always like having the British people play the villains or play American roles where you don't hear their actual accents, you kind of get this like posh London thing, is what we assume all people from England sound like. And it's just not true. There's a rich variety. From Yorkshire, like
Mm.
there's a rich variety in how the accents are over there. And I'd venture to say I don't know if you can take a subjective thing like that, say it's better or not, but maybe the fact that there are so many, like here, what do we have? We have you can sound country, you can sound valley girl, you can sound like you're from Baston, New York, maybe. But that's that's kind of it. But I think just
Uh,
the width and breadth of the differentiations with the accents in England,
we
if that's where we want to
we
go
have crazy
classify
accent
it on.
variation in America too.
Not to the point
It's
where
like you
you
can't
can
even.
go to one place and genuinely not understand
No, no,
some.
we do for real. We do for real, on
That's a
God,
lie.
no cap.
True.
Have you listened to, like, Boomhauer speak from King of the Hill?
Yeah, but I
It's, like,
understand that.
unintelligible. It's unintelligible to me.
I can understand meth head, okay? I can understand. I can understand Appalachia
There's
because I'm
there's
from the
there's
South, but
massive accent diversity, but it's just like in
not as
Hollywood
much as
movies because it's
England.
from California.
Not as much as England. So
Nah, I'd say
that's
it's
the
huge.
qualifier.
It's huge down here.
Yeah, but not
But
as
our
much as
True.
countries are
England.
so much bigger. I mean, you have a smaller land area, right? Accents are more similar the closer you are together. America's huge. You could go from, like, someone, in, like, Louisiana to someone in, like, California, it would be a big difference.
Well, but if you travel the same distance to go from like where I am in like Charlotte to like Florida, doing that in England, you would not only have a different accent, you'd have a whole different language. You could be in France, you could be in, like a completely different country. So, um, again,
Okay.
I mean,
I
even
guess
within that
I
small
gue I guess my
landmass, the accent diversity is very impressive. And then also, again, just the fact that you can have a variation of cultures, countries, and languages in the same vicinity as you would have in America is also, I think, better.
Okay, I guess but is that the timer for this
30
round?
seconds. Yeah.
Alright, I guess my final, remark is that everyone knows that bigger is better. No one has ever said, "I want something that's smaller." I like the smaller thing better. And so America is bigger, so it's better. Checkmate.
Well, you
Checkmate
missed
atheist.
the 90s when all the cell phones had to be tiny and all. So it just depends on when and
But they
where in
got bigger.
history. True. I'll take it.
True.
Good job,
Alright,
Uxley. Good job.
thank you.
All right. And hopefully that was a good practice. Uxley is one of our debaters who is slated to be in our fall tournament.
Nice. Fuck yeah.
So that's so cool to chat with you
Oh, I
about
guess I
that.
should plug my YouTube channel also.
Yeah,
Yeah, go
go
for
for
it.
it.
Send that in chat. That's why I'm doing this debate to promote it. Well, not this debate
This
specifically, but
debate, exactly. Yes. He's like,
yes,
I
yes, I'm
planned for
here.
years to debate England versus the UK, and this is what it's come to.
Exactly. He's been waiting. She's been waiting so long. All right, let's see. And before you do that, so it doesn't usurp it, I'm gonna pop in the sign up form for debate nights. So then when you put yours in, it's the lowest thing. But yeah, we're starting our fall tournament next Saturday, and we have 16 spaces available, but we already have almost half of those filled up. So you guys need to
You better
sign
run, not
up.
walk.
Yeah,
I
get
forget what that
online.
meme is, but that meme right there. A Jet 2 holiday, okay?
Yes, darling, hold my hand. Exactly. So I didn't realize that that was in America as well, because that's on every commercial in England too.
Thank you for coming up.
Hi, Psyche.
Hey,
Psyche.
how's it going? Wow,
Going
you
well.
Hello.
pronounced it right.
Let's go.
Good.
All right,
Um,
go for it.
so just to start, so do you live in America, Sophie? Or,
No.
okay, so you live in the UK.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to clear that up before we got started. So I'll concede off rip, the UK having free healthcare puts it up there, right?
Well, it's not
Um,
free.
Ooh,
They do have, taxes for citizens, and me being a permanent resident, I actually have to pay into the NHS something like $3,500 is like the equivalent every 2.5 years. So it's not free.
I guess, yeah, paid for by the people, like a more socialist
Yes, yes,
program
yes.
where it's not the vicious
Pernicious, yeah, in
insurance
insurance
out
system
there.
here.
Yeah, so I'll concede on that all day. I
Okay.
think my big well, definitely the first and biggest is freedom of speech. Um, I think it's ridiculous that people can go to jail, like the people that have been going to jail for protesting about Palestine or just people going to jail for anything that's not, making threats to somebody and stuff like that. And also, you were saying that it's not a melting pot and stuff over here, but in the UK there are no-go zones, where like it's completely shut off. People are told not to go into no-go zones. America doesn't have any no-go zones. You
Oh
are
my
free to
God.
travel
You must be
wherever you
white.
want to go.
Have you never
Oh,
heard of a
okay.
sundown town, friend?
I mean, you can still go there, and it's not in law that somebody couldn't.
Well, it's the same with a no-go zone. I never even heard of that. I live there, and literally never heard of that. But I can't imagine
Oh,
you can't
what's a no-go
physically
zone? Explain it
go.
to us.
um, I'm just gonna hit it with the AI overview, but there are official no-go zones or areas of the UK legally governed by Sharia law.
What is this? Go
Political
ahead.
claims
Go
regarding
ahead.
the existence of Muslim-controlled dangerous no-go zones for non-Muslims have been widely debunked. Never mind. Sorry,
Okay, I
sorry,
was like,
Oh
I've literally never heard of
sorry,
shit.
this
sorry,
in my
sorry,
life.
sorry.
I'm sorry.
I can see that. I can see that. My bad. My bad.
Yee.
Way off.
Where,
Way off.
whereas, whereas in America, there are literally places that Black people cannot go. They're
Okay, we
called
don't need to
sun.
make it racial. Okay, there are definitely military spaces. We cannot
Yeah,
go everywhere in the
Retro is gonna
country.
pull me back from
This
the
is a weird
brink.
point.
He's
Please
gonna
move
pull me
on.
back. Oh, okay, let's go. He has
I
conceded,
wasn't.
and I will shut up. Let's go.
Yeah,
Area
yeah, yeah.
51. What was that whole meme about a bunch of people fucking raiding
I,
it?
lo-
Okay, like running into it.
my bad.
Go
I'm
ahead.
coming into this. I was trying to prep and I was just pulling up some points because I had heard
Uh,
that. I thought it was a
This
thing.
is just
I
for
mean,
fun. I appreciate you. You go
yeah,
right
yeah,
yeah,
ahead.
yeah,
yeah. Also, I'm just kind of getting back into
yeah,
debating.
yeah.
So,
All good.
so sundown towns is intentionally kept entirely white. Also, I'm not trying to make this a race thing. So I'll
No,
honestly
not
just,
whatever.
yeah,
No,
I
Retro knows
wasn't in the
me
first
too
place,
well.
but
That's all. I am always trying to make
yeah.
this a race thing. So let's
True.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I am white, but
Don't
I
mind
I
me.
guess then, yeah, my
Oh, I
my
know.
biggest thing,
I'm
because I
aware.
am a freedom of speech thing guy, I would say freedom of speech. I completely disagree
Yeah, let's just
with,
go there. Freedom of speech. Yeah. What do you think,
yeah,
Sophie?
yeah, I
Well,
would like to hear your thoughts on that.
well, I hate to pull that whole, "Oh, I don't know about that," kind of a thing, but, like, I really don't. I had not heard that. But I also would Rachel too, but when the civil rights were just literally trying to say, "Hey, I'm a fucking human being," they got arrested too. I mean, so people get arrested all the time in America for protesting. So it's one of those things too where here, what happened? There was a protest and Freddie and Good were shot. So you have the higher
Mm-hmm.
possibility of actually like having your free speech violated with a weapon, discharging in your face versus just being arrested and potentially, I'm sure, just released. I'm sure there's not like some kind of charge against you, but people are arrested all the time at protests in America, and have been for time immemorium. So I don't think that's a one to one. I don't
Like
think that
God-given right as American. True.
yeah, I don't
To
think
get
it's also
arrested.
exactly, and I don't think it's an attack on free speech for people to try to curb. Maybe they didn't have what do you call it, a permit, which you need in America to protest. Maybe they didn't have. Maybe something happened. Who knows what the deeper situation is?
I can't
But
wait till
there
I
is
can jump in. Go ahead.
absolutely free speech in England, more so, I would say, because again, you're not at the threat of being killed for exercising it.
I mean, I do agree with you there, but is it not true in the UK that just from posting things online and, if you speak about, um like World War II, like if you have differing opinions on things like that, or the people
No.
just straight going to jail for opinion, for the protest of what's happening in Palestine right now in the UK.
I mean, again, I haven't seen that. Like I see Destiny's Catboys posting some stuff. Like if you see something on that, sure. But I'll tell you the only thing I saw kind of early when I moved to England was this whole kind of saga on BBC. Like it was a national level news story, multi-day
Mhm.
news story that this some random accountant somewhere, some dude was on Twitter and he called a black footballer, a baboon. And it was a whole thing that he got arrested for that, because they have actual hate speech and hate crime laws. So it's not that
Mhm.
he was violate his free speech was violated. He broke the law. And so it was a multi-day thing. The first day, oh, this guy was arrested because he said this guy's a baboon. Oh, and then the second day, it was like, oh, the judge threw, he tried to claim that it was a spelling error and that he tried to write buffoon and the computer switched it on him. Oh. And then the next day it was like the judge didn't believe his story. And so now he's gonna get sentenced. And then the sentence was something like 20 days or something. I mean, it wasn't substantial, but it was wonderful to me to see that, oh, wow, they take hate crimes seriously here. You don't have to murder someone and have, I hate F words and be in front of a gay bar when you tie him to your truck and drag him through the city. You don't have to have that, screaming, I hate gay people. You don't have to have that level of proof for it to be a hate crime like you do in America. So, so when it comes to like, yeah, your First Amendment rights, there is absolutely an equivalence of
Well,
protecting free
also,
speech, but
I
not
mean,
when it's harmful and not when it's violating the laws, especially like hate crime laws. So, go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah, I mean, I think like that's, if anyone is like, yeah, that would be a I mean, I think that they would just be removed from the area and like trespass, but I mean, people can sadly say those types of things, but if you were to do that in the UK, I think you just would go to jail, even if you were in your own home, posting about it. Again, not cool, but like anyone that has a conspiracy theory or things of that nature, if you're just posting online, the fact that you can go to jail for it, I think is ridiculous. I think everywhere should have freedom of speech. You should be able to say your opinion and not end up in jail. And
But
I do
there's
agree, yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
Obviously, we have higher gun violence, and
1 minute. Go
what
ahead.
happened to Alex Preddy was awful, and nobody should get killed protesting. But obviously, that there's more that goes into that, like the human part to it, or just the environment, or kind of like, yeah, justice for Preddy. Destiny's cat, what he posted saying that protests turn into riots. No, you're not distracting me. Help me out. But my bad. Sorry, I'm just getting back into this Discord. I haven't been here for a couple of years. So
No, you're
All
okay.
good.
I was curious about the fact he posted. He said that typically less than 5% of arrests in American protests lead to charges. I'm curious if there is a. Are you like our Vadim? Vadim, can you
Vadim,
can you
Vadim, Vadim, show me
can you
Georgia. Vadim, take me to Georgia. Why are you showing me Georgia? Vadim, show me Pennsylvania. Why
exactly?
did you show me Pennsylvania, Vadim? Vadim. Go ahead, yes.
But could you find an equivalent statistic for UK protest arrests? Because I'd imagine it's similar, if not lower.
I guess it's the reason I'm bringing this point up now is just kind of specifically because of the protests, of people protesting in support of Palestine in the UK and catching charges for it. But
Sure.
I could try, but I know my time's already over.
Yeah.
I could try to post in the chat afterwards.
Yeah,
I don't want to
sure.
make the same mistake with not reading fully through what I'm about to say or post.
Yeah, what did you like put in for the AI summary of like what are
I
things
was
for that are
I
bad
was
against the US versus the UK?
No,
Go ahead.
I didn't look that up. I was looking up specific things that I had seen, but like I said, I'm not well, I don't know about a
First.
ton about the UK, so I was
Yeah.
putting in things that I thought that I could bring up as points and just
Mhm.
had them like prepped without fully
No-go
knowing
zones.
about
True.
them.
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, I didn't realize that that was just like straight
It was just so funny. You got to
propaganda.
the end of your sentence. It's like, this has largely been debunked. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, no, and I brought it up because I have like seen videos and stuff like that. It looks like it's not. I thought it was actually that zones were designated, but I have seen videos and stuff like over the years
Yeah, yeah.
about,
Yeah.
people trying to go into Muslim areas and kind of being accosted and kind of being like let out of the area. I'm not sure how much of this is like propaganda.
Yeah.
Again, I haven't really
Yeah.
looked into it, but that's why I had that up.
All
Well,
right. Thank you for coming up.
highly, yeah,
Um,
thanks so much for coming up and highly recommend watching the Pangburn Destiny versus Konstantin Kisin debate. It's in London
Okay.
and they're really, really heavy, into the whole immigration debate. So that comes up quite a bit about the rape gangs and about they don't really go into no-go zones. Again, this is my first time hearing of that, even as a debunk claim. But yeah, I think Destiny does a really good job of kind of finding the salient truths within that propagandized hatred and bigotry of the brown man in England. So yeah, check that out. It was amazing.
mhm.
Gotcha. Yeah, and mind you, again, I didn't bring that up because I have any hate or fear of Muslims.
Yeah, all
I'm a
good.
big Palestine supporter and all that, of
Sure, sure.
All
course.
right.
So
Thank you for
thank you
coming
for
up.
having me.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Heike.
Anyone else?
And you better sign up for our debate, man.
True.
Like, here's the form. Fill it out now.
True.
Really appreciate you coming
All
up.
right. Any other hands? No hands for this topic? What Americans can we be without this topic? Damn.
And I don't know if you had it's been a half hour on this. I don't know if you want to
True.
throw another topic out or.
No, I'm debating this topic, okay?
Okay.
We don't have
I
that 10
mean, I can
minutes.
even run down a few things because we haven't even talked about, half the stuff I love about America. I'm sorry about the UK over America. Good as it ever was. We're just talking about how the UK is so much more superior than America. And it's why we have to work so much harder, friends. Join digitalgroundgame.org because we have so much work to do to get us at least back on par with being, the world power that we used to be, to have the esteem in the rest of the world's eyes that we used to have. See, good as it ever was knows what's up. He knows when he's not going to be able to win one. And I appreciate that.
True. All right. Put on the time.
All right, let's go.
All right. The US population is roughly 58% non Hispanic white, with large black, Hispanic, and Asian populations, while the UK is 81 to 82% white. That's why the US is better. We're more diverse than the UK. Checkmate.
Well, I love that diversity is such a huge variable for you. And
Yeah,
I
fight
would
against diversity. Please go for
you know
it. Go
me.
for it.
You know me. But I would venture to
Hmm.
say that even within that whiteness, you have Polish, you have Romanian, you have Scandinavian, you have French, you have all kind of other
Are you
types
really
of
telling me right now that UK is more diverse than the US?
yeah, absolutely.
How?
Absolutely. Well, I would say like again, we talked
You know
about
that
the
the whites
melt
in America aren't just white; they're also from Slovenia, Ukraine, other places in the Europe. They didn't. They just come from a place called white.
I wish we could send them
Go
right
ahead.
back. Send them back to white. But no,
To white.
no, the Isle of
Go ahead.
Wight, which is
The
ironically
Isle of Wight.
in
True.
England, right? But that's hilarious. No, but I mean, I feel like even with like second generation white Europeans, um,
Mhm.
they still bring so much of their culture to England because when you go again to any city, I've been to not only London, but of course smaller towns, Chelmsford, Ipswich, Colchester, Manningtree, like all these Preston, there's all these tiny places that are still so representative of these white cultures. I mean, yes, you have Palestinian, you have African, you have Jamaican, you have all these other cultures, but just in the white cultures, you have like Polish shops, you have again like right next to like a Romanian shop, right next to like a Ukrainian,
Yeah,
shop
you might
or a
have some
restaurant.
shops and stuff, but we got little Italy. We have Chinatown. Okay,
Yeah, but think about how
America dwarfs
siloed
the
the fact
UK
that
in
you
our like diversity and small businesses. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
but you wouldn't even have that kind of siloing. There's no little nothing because it's all spread out. So it kind of goes back to the whole conversation of like the melting pot versus the tossed salad. And I myself prefer syrup. But with the tossed salad in America, yes, you might have a greater like differentiation between between like different groups and races and cultures, but they're all doing their own thing. There's even with just black and white, there's black churches, black barbershops, white barbershops. There's, you know, black clubs,
No,
white clubs. There's this, it's literally all very, very isolated. And then of course you have little Italy, little Korea, little China, whatever. So that'll tell you something right there. They might be all there, but they're not integrated. Nobody's assimilating. Nobody's actually like, I
no
don't
one's
know, making it this
assimilating.
rich milieu that that England has successfully accomplished.
It seems like you're like are is okay. Okay, is the UK more diverse or less diverse than the US?
I would venture to say more if the basis is on the difference in cultures actually making a meaningful impact on the country writ large.
You don't think the cultures have made meaningful impact? What do you mean on the US? The
How
cultures have
so?
made drastic impacts, like the mob movies about like Italy type shit. You have like fucking Everything Everywhere All at Once that was more like Asian inspired and shit. It's a vast melting pot of different cultures in the U.S.
I mean, but if you're looking at just movies,
I
like
didn't say just
that
movies. I was
seems a
giving that as an
little.
example. I didn't say just movies. I
I mean,
said this is an example.
well, I feel like the fact that you have to resort to fiction to tell you everything you need to know.
Well, no,
I
I
think,
already pointed to like Chinatown and all these other places or
and again,
places that have
those are
been integrated.
siloed places where you can clearly see that they have not actually impacted the broader New York area or the broader, Chicago area or whatever the city is that houses this little Italy or
Yeah,
little
where you have
Korea or
little,
little China.
little kebab shops or whatever. We have like entire fucking districts of cities, and all the major cities all have like little parts that have different cultures that have like their own representation. How can you say this?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like when you go to England, it's everywhere. You don't have to go to this tiny little portion of this
It's everywhere out in
city.
the fucking countryside. You have like all
Yes.
these diverse
Yes.
places.
Yes. Yes, you do. Like I
Okay.
said, you can
Yeah,
go
I
to
mean,
the
yeah, I have my
tiniest
own
little
version
town
of
and
some kind
there's
of Chinese like food shop around me too. Yeah,
no,
nothing's
but even
different.
think about that. Like I feel like that's another thing that's kind of messed up. If you look at like how like the Chinese restaurants, Chinese hair supply stores, Chinese, Indian, and like Middle Eastern owned like liquor stores and stuff. Like you're talking about diversity based on like like the
Okay, you're just doing this thing
gentrification
where
of
when it's in
black
America,
people,
it's bad, but when
basically.
it's in the UK, it's good. And I can't fight with that. I mean, like people
Yeah.
post inside
I
chat
mean,
all the
it is
statistics.
what
The
it
US
is.
is more diverse than the UK. Like 100%. It is true. It's a fact.
But again, but how is that diversity actually like realized? Like if you
Okay.
put, a ball of black paint in a bucket and a ball of white paint in a bucket and the two never mix and you just have a bucket of white and black paint, but in England there's just gray everywhere. It's all mixed in. It's again, the national dish is an Indian curry. So it should tell you a lot about how the diversity is actually realized there. Yeah, a bucket of balls. And so if you look at the fact that like if you're going to state that the metric is diversity, then why? Is it just to say we have, 12 different cultures, whereas you only have eight? So now we win? Or is it, hey, these cultures have actually had a meaningful impact on the country at large,
Yeah.
that to the point where the actual, way
I
they
think they have had
represent
meaningful
themselves is by
impacts.
via these different cultures.
I think, yeah, unironically, diversity is our greatest strength in the sense that, like, yeah, it's a bit of a melting pot where some people assimilate, but also we get some parts of these cultures that then integrate into like what it means to be an American. It also helps us in trade and all these other ways where because we have people from like these other cultures, we can better do deals with the countries that they came from. It helps in so many different ways.
Well, I mean, I think you mean that in the past tense. It helped before we became the pariah of the world. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's why I'm so adamant that we need to get Dems back in office. We need to get Trump out of here because I think that's
Hmm.
what I love the most about America is you're right, like that we could have, so much opportunity here, so many people trying for this beautiful American dream. And the fact that it's almost an impossibility with the way that,
Yeah,
services and programs and just our overall image on the world stage has been, decimated. So, I mean, I feel like even before that, even before that, it's still kind of sad that with the different diversities or various cultures in America, there's such a fight there's such a fight for it. There's such a fight to realize the American dream, always has been, you know? It's like the
yeah.
spaceman with the gun on his it always has been. So just because Trump
Mhm.
made it, nightmare mode doesn't mean it was actually easy. Whereas I think in England it's easy. Like to see just how much again it's all melted. It's literally a melting pot. It's all mixed in together. Everybody, it's just more of a community. Like, you can't say that about America. You can have these
There are no
insular
communities in
silo
America.
communities, but there's no real like American community that holds these different diversities. Hi, baby. So that's all. I mean, but
There's no communities like this. What do you mean?
well, where? Yeah, where? I mean, we have like, again, strong Little Italy, little Chinatown. Okay, sure, but
It
where in
feels like the places
America
where I
are
show you,
we?
oh, here are the cultures. You're like, oh, well, see, that's bad because they're silos. But then when I show you other places where they've integrated with each other, they're like, oh, well, see, then they don't really have their culture because they've just been assimilated, so they're not actually their primary cultures. And it seems like I can never win.
Well, it's not how I made things. That's not is if you
Huh?
can't win, it's not my fault that it just is the way that that is. But at the same
No,
time,
but
I'm
then
the
when you point at your side, you're like, well, you see, these are actually fine, and we have these shops here and stuff. But like when it's done this way, it's done good. But when it's done in America, it's bad.
well, think about it. Like what you're pointing to is, and I see your time is almost up, but what you're pointing to is like if you go into like you said in your community, you have a Chinese restaurant, and and again, I was just kind of going down the pathway that a lot of times in America, whenever you see like a lot of like Chinese owned businesses or Indian owned businesses or Middle Eastern owned businesses, they are almost invariably like in black communities because they would actually issue like business loans for them, but not for the actual black people who live in those communities. So so I'd venture to say when you're, and then also it's not like they're actually now integrating into that community. There's not necessarily like um I don't know, like Asian people going to the black churches there or suddenly getting their hair done at the salons there, and then so I don't know. I don't know how you see
I mean,
that
like, how can you
that's
say that when like
the
there's never been
same
like a
thing.
black king or queen in England? Like, isn't that kind of weird? How they're all white?
Wasn't Queen Charlotte black?
Was she? I have no idea.
Yeah, so I
Queen
mean,
Charlotte.
sure. But also like the whole racial issue I think is just a little bit more strong in America because,
Ah,
we
but
we had slaves and we freed them and then they're still there. Whereas like in England, they you're able to either go back to your colony or integrate.
England is the one that came up with the slave idea, right?
Oh yeah, but who took it to 11, all the way up to 11? That would be America
I mean, before
with
we were
chattel
Americans, we were
slavery.
British people, you
Hmm.
know.
Yeah.
So that started from Britain.
Oh, I totally agree. Yeah.
Okay.
But they also ended it first.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right. That's all I got.
Yeah, it's that's a lot. But I mean, I feel like we talked about diversity with Psyche, we talked about free speech, with Huxley, we talked about food and weather. I feel like Psyche kind of immediately conceded around the healthcare thing, but that is massive. That is massive. The UK is incredibly superior to the US when it comes to the healthcare front, but the
Mhm.
education front, the walkability, the green spaces, like literally everything else could have been lifted up. So happy to step back if we want to touch on anything else or if anybody wants to raise their hand if they have other thoughts, but there's so many other areas where the US needs to step it up. We got to do better.
True.
And I think that starts with us getting Dems in office. So if you're interested in
True.
canvassing for us, if you're interested in helping with advancing liberalism, friends, digitalgroundgame.org. That's where I know we're on Destiny's stage, but that's who we are
Oh,
and that's where we come from. And we do hope you'll join us so that we can yeah, make the US better than the UK. Because
true.
I think unfortunately I have not been swayed from my position that at least at
No, just
present.
because you don't want to be, it's fine. I could be like, I could point at the GDP and say we have a higher GDP, and you could be like, well, if you actually, well, what about the wealth accumulation of the GDP, and it's slightly
Yeah,
different than
sure.
over here.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god,
You have a higher
oh
GDP,
yes.
that's great.
Mhm.
But I'd say we have higher homelessness in America. You have higher unemployment in America. You have more people who don't have economic mobility in America. It's too much. So
I mean,
it just
true.
depends on what your the metric you want to use is.
I mean, yeah, but they have like worse, like, I mean, they have free healthcare, but like, what's going on with the dentist coverage and stuff? Okay, what's up with their teeth? Why do they look?
They just
I'm
don't
sorry.
care. They just don't care about
Why do
the
you have to have a
aesthetics.
license to watch TV? Okay, what is it with those vans
They
that
don't
they
have
go
a
around in with vans? Huh?
they
Hmm?
don't care about the aesthetics as much.
Hmm? What's up with
Their
those
teeth are
vans that
healthy.
go
They
around to
don't
see
need
if people
braces
have
and
a license
caps.
for TVs?
And what do you the TV license?
Yeah, what's up with the TV license? Why do you need that? Huh?
Yeah, that's a good question. I guess because
Or what
we
was that,
have
Count Dankula or something that
we
like
have
caught
less ads. You
his
don't have to
girlfriend's
pay
dog
for
to like
cable
do a
because
Hitler
it's
salute and he got jailed for it? That's pretty crazy.
I didn't know that. That's wild. But no, yeah, I believe it. They take it very seriously.
True, true. All right.
But the TV
All right,
license
I need to take a
sucks.
break.
There's plenty
I'm
that
exhausted.
sucks. You have to like
Hmm?
I rent and I still have to pay what's called a council tax, which is quite a bit of money. Um, yes, you would think that would be something people buy. So I mean, there's a lot of areas I would say, the UK can learn some things, but not many. Not many at all.
True. Then they did Brexit and they left the fucking
Right.
the
Like,
United
how
the
come nobody
European
lifted
Union.
that up?
Why would you ever?
How come
What the?
nobody lifted
I
that
would
up?
never.
But then look at what we're
No.
doing with the basically what was NAFTA, right? And then not NAFTA. What's the one where it was like Trump Trump renegotiated
I
the
think that was it. North America Free
Mexican
Trade Agreement.
yeah, and then the thing that then the USMCA, thank you, good as it ever was. Then he now he wants to end that. So that is that our Brexit? It sounds like our
I
Brexit
mean,
then.
hey, I don't think it's as bad. That's like one state breaking off. Okay, like what? Europe's the size of like Georgia. It's cool. One state breaks off or something. Like you lost all of Europe there. What the fuck? That's crazy. That's like yeah,
Well,
that's like Georgia breaking off, and they're going to be like isolated compared to the rest of the United States. That's the equivalence.
true. But it's several years past Brexit, and I feel like
Okay.
they voted in labor, like they actually like have made substantive changes due to their recognition that that was a mistake. And yet we have now elected Donald Trump for a second time after he mishandled COVID, after he spent so much um money and literally like effed up his whole first term even before COVID. So like yeah. What's worse, like learning from your mistakes or making
I mean, you
them
guys
for
don't
a
have like,
second time?
I mean, you guys don't have what air conditioning,
Technically
so
a
people are
third time.
dying because of the heat waves. Your housing spaces are smaller than ours. Your construction is typically worse.
What?
You have a higher tax.
In the
Yeah,
UK?
yeah. The UK has a serious housing supply problem
They might have a housing supply
because of how
problem and
restrictive
no
the planning rules
AC.
are,
Huxley's right. But those
and no
houses are
AC, and people are dying because
solid.
of that. What
They're
the
all
heck?
brick. Unlike they're brick and they're very solid. They're very well constructed. Unlike in America with all the trees that are only 2 years old
They
before
have
they're
worse
cut down
economic
and
growth because they left the European Union. They have worse productivity per employee. Their wages are worse.
yeah, but who cares
Gosh,
about
this is just
productivity
terrible.
if
You don't care about wages? Like a person's wage being higher?
no, but look at it across the board. Look at it across the board. It's almost something like 85% of the people there are what would be considered middle class versus, we have a tiny middle class in America and so many more people below the poverty line.
I mean, you say
So
you have national health care, but like, aren't the waiting times like super long? You have to like plan things out in
not
months
for
or some
important
shit?
things. No. They're
I didn't say for
like
important
I need a
things.
breast reduction. That'll take like 2 to 4 years. So, but they also have private insurance, which I can do. So
Mhm.
so they have choice. They have options. You don't have
Mhm.
to wait for the NHS if you don't want to.
True.
But then I had
All right.
my baby
That's all.
premature at 23 freaking weeks, y'all. And, again, I paid $3,500 into the system for
Mhm.
healthcare for her that would have cost me in the millions for
Mhm.
4 months NICU stay, and and bring it coming home with oxygen and all these medications and home health visits and speech and language therapy and all this stuff for $3,500? Like, I'll take it, friends. I'll take it. Yeah, thanks, Union, for backing me up. Yeah, so 51% of American population is considered middle class, whereas something like and you can certainly, fact check it, but I think it's something like in the mid-80s for the UK, where they there's more of a plateau. Like, waiting for the stats. Come on, Vadim.
Vadim, how many middle class people are in the UK? Please,
I
please be
know.
less than 51%. Please,
I
Vadim.
know. But it's like that's kind of one of the things my husband was telling me about was that, more people are working class there. So they would say more working class and middle class. And so, like, yeah, you might not make in the hundreds of thousands of pounds, but your money goes a longer way. And don't get me started on the freaking affordability with a child. Like I had real shell shock because like I came here, I have a 2-year-old, she's on formula, she's still in diapers. And diapers, like a pack of diapers, like 72 pack of diapers in England is maybe 7 pounds, which is like $10. A 72 pack of diapers. And then you come here and that's like literally like $60. 60 to $65 for like a regular old, not even like the high-end extreme Huggies, super with the poop pouch and all that. No, just some regular old diapers, the same amount, 72 pack. It's like 60, $65 versus $10. Um, I see you. Like she's on formula. That's maybe like 17 pounds, like $22. It's like $50 here for the same size. It's literally insane. It's literally insane. Oh, interesting. Vadim has come through. What do we have here? Interesting. Most Britons consider themselves to be working class, yeah, including nearly half classified as living in middle class households. So yeah, in middle class, I would say is like,
Consider that's
mm,
not a study. That's not the same.
but it goes to show like there's more people in that working class, middle class kind of level. Excuse me, but all doing just fine when it comes to affordability and how far your money goes. Again, like I can get any prescription that I want, and it's 10 pounds. It's like 12, $13, like $12. So like doing
I mean, that's mostly dependent on your
IVF.
like insurance and stuff. Yeah,
Say what now?
isn't like dependent on insurance
What do you mean? Sorry.
prescriptions.
I'm sorry, what'd you say? Like maybe I'm hearing you wrong. I'm not understanding.
I don't know. Then go ahead. I have no idea.
No, I'm just saying like I like when I was doing IVF, I would have stuff like Gonal F and like all these just crazy drugs that were like $3,000 a pop with insurance, and here it'd be 10 pounds, like it's nuts, especially like regular stuff like insulin or omeprazoles or, proton pump inhibitors, SSRIs, mental health medications, like all that stuff can add up 10 pounds. Yeah, Uxley, welcome in. Um, this is just sort of a chill before the fall tournament, hanging out, practicing
True.
your debating skills, sort of a session.
True.
You can also get more practice on Fridays at 5 is it 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Eastern for we have debate
Debate
night
prep.
prep. That's our DGG
Mm-hmm,
lab
mm-hmm.
where we literally go over different fallacies. We'll watch different debates and analyze them. We'll have postmortems on some of our debate night debates. Um, uh, that's sort of retro in my like sort of workshop series to try to help people to to get better at debating. And so if you're slated to come up on a Saturday, we also will hold a special place for you if you want to come into debate night prep on the Friday beforehand and run through your claim, and let's test it and make sure you're really well prepared to jump in the ring the next day, that on Saturday. So take a look on Digital Ground Game server for debate night prep, y'all. It's fun.
True.
You want to tell them about our Gish galloping series? That was awesome.
True. We learned it was from some guy named Gish. I have no idea. It was some Christian
Dwayne
dude.
Gish.
Twain the Rock Johnson. True. That is who. All right.
Nah, we'll just call you our Vadim. That's the we have no power here. Okay, I'm sorry.
True.
We're here as guests. But yeah, that's all I got. Yes, Dwayne Tolbert Gish. Fact checkers would be neat. You know what? I'm going to hit you up because, quite frankly, like Retro, what do you think if we had a live
Yeah, that'd be
fact
awesome.
checker? That'd be amazing.
True.
We'll call you. We can't pay you. We can't do anything for you, but we love you and we appreciate you. That'd be so cool. You think I'm kidding? I'm literally adding you as a friend, right? Oh, thank you. Okay, I got you. You too good as it ever was, just so you know. We appreciate good folks around here. All right, but that's it. Are there any big announcements like podcasts and things like that, Retro?
Not at this moment, but I'll let you know.
All right, no worries. No worries.
I need to find a study. Okay, I need to find the equivalence of a pew-reviewed study. Okay,
Well, as
I
soon
need
as
to
you
know the UK
do,
numbers.
we'll run it down in debate night prep next Friday, y'all.
Bro, holy.
That would be a good one, actually, just talking about statistics and how you can bend them to your will sometimes. Maybe.
Bro.
I don't know. Oh my gosh. Well, that sucks. Best of luck.
What?
That's okay. I'm sorry. Maybe that's my cue, friends.
All right, let's get going.
Yeah. Yeah, any other big
All right,
DGG news or
not
can't
now.
think of much.
Same time, same place next week, Saturday. We'll be starting the fall tournaments.
Yes.
Be
And
here, be square, something like that.
so we have the
Be there, be
form.
square.
Exactly. And I'm also, should I post the scheduler so people can just
Yeah,
hop on or just wait? Okay. Let me so
yeah.
here's the form. One more time, friends. So Psyche and like everybody who wants to join, if you came up tonight, make sure you're in. Upsley's already in. And we really, really want you guys to um sign up for the fall tournament. The summer tournament was amazing. Is the topic random on the night it happens? No, no, no. We will like
The topic
talk
will
to
be,
you and your
yeah,
opponent and
planned ahead
we'll
of
come
time.
to a good topic, yeah, that you
Yeah,
like. And then also if you have signed up and you want to go ahead and get in the bracket, we have a like our scheduler. We're trying something different. So you can go ahead and jump in the schedule.
true.
So yeah, put your stuff up there.
Right.
But that's all I got.
That's all for this week.
Yeah.
See you next week, everyone.
All right, thank you
Bye.
guys. Love you. Bye. Alrighty, you two. Thank you so very much. And we'll see you next week. Mommy. So sorry. You're being too quiet. That's not good. Come here. What's going on with you? Hey, watch your chin. Your chin retention. You okay?